very good.
Right.
First of all, congratulations. And
Thank you.
I just love you. I love everything about you and your story. And as someone in the same age group as you, go.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
rock
what I'm
on.
talking about. Yeah. Oldest person to ever win The Voice.
I know. It's like about time. Good job. And good job,
Right.
Blake. Good. But it's so interesting because you were actually the first person to, when they showed the first show and the blind auditions, you were the first
Right.
audition. Which
Right. Yeah. And I found out that's the first too. I found out just in the last interview that I'm the first person that was the first blind audition and also won the show.
That's like a little magical to me. I love that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm happy to be here, you know?
Thank you. And I do want to talk a little bit about your background because you're a pastor, which I love.
Right.
And you grew up singing in the church, which I feel so many great, because I'm Jewish, but even in our temple, and so much great music comes from religion, and so many great musicians have that background.
Yeah.
How do you incorporate that to, like, how did it kind of train you with your vocal?
You know, first of all, I think when you sing in church, like me, I just grew up singing in church, you know, and then second on top of that, like I'm actually at my church right now. That's where I do all of this stuff. So I've been at this church basically in this spot almost singing for 20 years, you know, over 20 years. And so I got married, right? Like literally about 8 feet to my left is where I made my vows to my wife, you know? And so what happens though is you grow comfortable with those people and with that environment. And so that's probably not most important, but it is important that you're comfortable. So you're willing to take risks in your vocal things because you're comfortable, you're not nervous, you're not worried about them judging you or whatever. That's part of it. And then secondly, I think when you sing music in church, you're already singing about something that is so much bigger than yourself. And so you have to connect on a deep spiritual level. But then that just starts to translate when you sing other kinds of music. Because if you're singing about love, after you've sang in church all these years, then you realize love is so much bigger than you. And so you can connect with it in that way. So I guess those things have just helped me.
I love that because when I think about like singing in church, it's such like a joyful thing, and music's so joyful and brings so much. I love that so much. And the fact that you're a pastor, you have to be good in front of a crowd. Literally,
People ask me if people were asking me about the crowd at The Voice, making me nervous. I'm like, oh no, I love the crowd. I was nervous by my company. All these other musicians and singers are so good, you know, that made me nervous. But the crowd, oh man, bring it on. I love the crowd.
And Blake, I love Blake. He has the best winning record.
Yeah, he does.
All the coaches. How was
now one more. One more now.
Sorry, Kelly. I know they have a rivalry, but you know she'll get her chance to cycle again. You won last cycle.
Yeah, it's all good.
How was working with Blake, and what were some of the most important lessons that you got from him?
Okay, I'll start. To work with Blake was just so much fun, and that's what I expected it to be. I mean, that's what I was hoping it would be when I chose Blake Shelton as my coach, because you know Blake is a public figure, so you sort of see him on award shows and on The Voice and then other places in the media, and he just seems like a sort of laid back, doesn't take everything too seriously, fun guy, and that's what I need, because like I'm so, and no offense to Blake, I love Blake, but like John Legend is so intimidating because he's like really, he likes things this way, and he's like, oh, I just heard you just went barely halfway sharp, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too intimidating for me. So that, and then just the takeaways that I have from it. Number one, I think I really appreciate that Blake sort of because when even in song choices, even in the live shows, the coaches have a lot of say in those things, and so I appreciate that he sort of pushed me, or I don't want to say pushed me, but he sort of nudged me in a direction that I love, but I didn't feel confident doing. And so now that may end up being what I do, like like country style music, I love it, but I just never thought I had the voice for it. You know what I mean?
Well, you do.
Blake, you listen to Blake, man, he's got that country voice just cuts through, And so but also confidence. Blake gives you, when you're there, when I say, in all of these interviews, I keep saying this because my tablet's like right here.
Oh no,
that I did the show on the tablet's like right here to my left. So when you're there on the tablet with him, I know it's different than being in person. I actually thought that was more personable and very much more intimate to me.
Well, kind of, you have to like really, it's not a thing where you could just be doing other, you're like, you have
right.
to.
And also there aren't like cameramen all around and like PAs running around taking care of their business. And,
you're right.
It's just you and him. But I mean, he just like makes you feel like you're the greatest singer, And so I've walked out of it thinking, wow, like I know that my church, I don't want to say the church, but I know that my church loves me. But now, Blake made you feel like the whole world might love you if you gave him a chance, And so hopefully they do.
I think they do. I mean, you won. And you're great. I mean,
well,
I'm likable about you.
Yeah, like all I had to do was get all my kids to vote 10 times and I win.
And then you're good. Yeah, you have 8 kids, which I love it. That's amazing. So the good thing about having a lot of kids, you just make them keep voting and then you win them.
Yeah, I've had people say that, but really in reality, like, my youngest 5 don't even have social media or anything. Oh, yeah. They're 11 years old and younger. So
yeah, they don't need it. No.
They don't vote, they don't vote for the Voice.
How are the kids? Like, are they like so excited about this?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And all in different ways. Like even this, when I'm doing all the media and stuff here, and some of them are here, they're just in another part of the building with my parents are here. And so like, and my wife's up here, but like, so like even today they're like, oh, I thought you already won. I'm like, no, baby, this isn't the Voice. This is press. Like I'm doing interviews and things, but they love it. The little ones, they draw these pictures they try to draw the Voice logo and they try to draw me with a microphone. And some of them are pretty good. I have a 7-year-old son that's actually really good, but then the older ones, I have a 14-year, well, he's almost 15, but he's still 14 now, 14 and 16. They have been like hardcore, Instagram, vote for dad.
My
14-year-old is actually very gifted at graphic design. He makes all these little graphics, and there's this big fan group on Facebook. He made the little header for it, and they've been hardcore. And then my oldest son too, but he's 20. He's been very instrumental in all of this. He's helped run the cameras, do the lighting and all those things because it's just us,
And like he had some production team. I love this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my oldest son first of all, he has a creative flair anyway, but he had some experience because he was there on making it, in season 2. And so he sort of, I guess he just learned a few tricks there. And also, like one thing a lot of people don't know is the show gives you like a creative concept and they provide the things that you need. But like even for my last performance, I can only imagine my 20-year-old son put the whole stage together. He like designed all of that, and I mean, that was, and so all the kids, my wife has been she's turned into sort of like mother hen with me. Like she's mad at all the people who say mean things online.
I love
like,
her.
don't read the comments. I don't read
I
the
love
comments.
her.
And then she's also like, you need to get some sleep,
Do you need that though?
Yeah. So she's kind of went full on like mother hen with me. So everybody's just been all in.
I love this. It's like I'm obsessed with this. Like the whole
even
more.
If you met them, you would forget all about me. You would love them way more.
So when they do have like next cycle, they better bring your whole family to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they'll come now. It's pandemonium now.
Yeah. I would love. They should just do a whole little thing with a whole episode with your.
Right. Yeah.
I'd be very happy.
They'll come. Now I don't know. We got a couple of kids that are pretty wild, so I don't know if they would stay in the frame or what would happen.
We'll get Elizabeth will watch them. Okay? She's like, I do want to talk about, and you sing your original show during the final performances, which was a beautiful song, Long Way Home. Can you talk a little bit about that and what inspired that song?
Well, let me just say, first of all, when they reached out to us about original, because in the very beginning, I don't even know if it was decided for sure that we were going to do originals this season with the way the season. Yeah. And so when they reached out to us, what they said was, if you have any original music that you would like to send to us, send that to us. But then the little, in a good way, the asterisk on that was Songland is going to sort of partner up with us this time. And so I sent a couple of songs to them and they reached back out to me and they said, okay, here's the song that you sent to us that we really feel might do well, but also they said, here are a few songs from Songland to listen to. And they sent me this song, Long Way Home by Ryan Ennis, who was on The Voice earlier, you know. And so what all they had was like 90 seconds of that song. And they sent me that. So I even sent them back a message. I said, holy crap, I love this song. Can you send me the whole song? And they were like, oh, this is it. This is all we have.
Like,
so basically one of my, I hope they do this with all the contestants in the future, all the artists that are on The Voice. One of my most favorite things that we did was, even though it was on this tablet, when I was on with Blake and Esther and Shane, that was so fun. That was so much fun. And so basically what they did was we talked about music, and we talked about the song, because I thought I was being a little strategic too, because I felt like I love this song. I love even though it was just sort of like the roots of the song, you know, I love this song. And then I also thought, because I love it, then what I might could do is my songs that I have myself, if I have this song, then that's another song in my catalog. You know what I'm saying?
It's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. And so that's sort of the thinking that I was going by. But anyway, we had a conversation, and they finished the song based on our conversation, based on some, because, you know, you think about it, you listen to that song, every one of us can relate. But to me, and I don't know what everybody else is thinking, and I think that's the way music is. You'll hear one little line in the song, and that'll be it for you. This is my spot. But to me, when that song says life is a melody of hope that we're all singing, that is perfect. That is so perfect, you know? And so I just loved it. And so basically they were excited that I loved it, and we went for it. I had no idea that it would be received as well. Like on the first day, my family and me, we were so excited, because it was like number 63 or something. I might be saying the wrong number. It might have been like 65, but anyway, by the time we went to bed that night, it was number 1 on iTunes. And I was like, holy crap, you know, who did this happen to? So, and you know, and that song though, you know, that's the kind of music that I want to make, where people listen to this and they may be like standing in the winner's circle, or really they might be, it might feel like they're swimming in wet concrete right now, but eventually you will make it, you know, and you'll get there. Just don't stop. That's what I love about
it's
that
true
song.
Though. You have to just persist and keep
That's
going
right.
with that message.
That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you really, if I keep talking and you need me to shut up, just do this.
No, keep talking. Elizabeth will get me, because she knows I'm a talker too, and you should be like, hey, yes.
Yeah, I will talk and talk. I'll probably have
No, but I mean, I have no like musical ability, but I love music so much, and I just very honest with myself. But
yeah, well, that's all right.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, there's
everybody's good at something. Yeah, no, everyone's good at something.
But it is so universal and so healing and so important. And like you said, you don't know what it means. You can't read people's minds and know what it means, but it affects people so deeply. And I love that music could do that.
Me too.
It's amazing, I think it really is. Yeah. So when will we see like a CD out from you tomorrow? No, I like the CD because I was asking you for the previous, and I said CD because I'm, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't know. People are like, "What are CDs?" You know.
That tape? Because they're bringing cassettes back, by the way. Okay. Oh, good. I have 5 minutes left. Yay.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll try not to talk as much.
No.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna get right to work. I've already been talking to people from the record label. You know, those things are.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with me. I'm completely green, and so that's why my first steps in this journey are going to be to rely on people like Blake Shelton and some of these other people that I've met because of my time on The Voice, who are already well into the field of music as an industry, and glean from them. You know, I don't know, like, because me, I might be running off a cliff and I don't even know it, you know? And so I just want to ask them, like, what are the pitfalls? What should I, like, step one be? And so we're already sort of, I'm moving in that direction, but I have some music of my own. I'm hoping to shop around and find some music, because I'm not that guy, you know. I'm not like, I'm only singing my own original songs, you know. I want to tell the story, you know. That's what, like, I want people to feel it, you know. And a lot of times, if you can't, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some great songwriters out there that only do their own music, and that's all good. But for me, like, I feel like the whole story is told the more people help you tell it, you know. And so that's what I'm looking to do. So hopefully soon.
Some of my favorite songs are covers people did of other people's songs, and it's
God.
so powerful. So I
Yeah.
absolutely do not think that it's great if you want to write it, but I do not think that's, like you said, like the kind of, sometimes you get more people in it, it becomes something
Right. More people have a part of the story than you really tell more of the vast story that really needs to be told. And so like, and you know, everyone may not be a songwriter or a singer, but I think that there is someone out there who's a songwriter or a singer who has a similar story to someone who might not be. So if we all put our part in, then the whole story gets told, you know, and that's just beautiful to me.
I love that. I'm actually at my friend's house. Elizabeth met him yesterday, who I'm working with, who's a musician, MUSE, from Eagles of Death Metal. And he's a pastor, and he had a business, he has a business phone call right now, and he's so bummed, but I do want to give you, I'll put his number in the chat, or give it to Elizabeth, so I would love for you to connect with him, because
absolutely.
You have very similar, it's very interesting, because he started, and became really big in his 30s. So it's like kind of, you know, later than, that is a pastor. So I was like, he really wanted to talk to you. So it's so sad. But
give her the number. I'm sure she can get it to me, and we can connect. Yeah,
I will.
They're all super. I actually rely fully on them to do the right thing.
I love them, ladies.
And poor, like, Amanda has been working with me this whole time, and I'm like, I know I've said some dumb things, and she'll be texting me like, maybe don't say that. Like, sorry, man.
No, I say dumb things all the time, and then anytime they want to tell me not to use it, I'm like, don't worry, I know I will not use that.
Right, yeah, that's what I do. Like, Amanda would text me while I'm on a phone interview. She's like, maybe don't say that. I'm like, whoops.
But I'm so glad to talk to you. You're
me too.
To talk to, and your family's. I just love everything about you, and you're so talented. And
well, we love you too.
Well, hugs to all your family. I look forward to meeting them when they're all in LA and BC. Okay, now I said it. It should.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, tell NBC our life is a train wreck. Put it on TV.
I like that. You're sorry, I know you have to go, but you still live in Mississippi, right? That's where you're.
Yeah, I'm in Mississippi right now. Yeah, that's where we are.
Well, have a wonderful rest of the day. And
you too.
Thank you so much for talking to me. You're amazing. And
well, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Like, you're great.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.